where is United going to finish? What's your expectation for the
No,
season?
I mean, I want to
Because transfer window has ended for the rest of us, but you guys are still doing business, as we said.
I mean,
Onana is out the door. You have got a new keeper in. Surely expectation should be more than 15th this time.
my expectation was always more than 15th, right? I always felt like the team on its own could do better than where Amorim had us. So I was always one of those fans. I think I'm glad that the dynamic of the transfer window is such that we can still deal for Andre Onana even after the British transfer window has closed. I'm happy Onana is gone. I think from a perspective, like Onana is not.
He's totally on loan,
No,
though.
he's gone. There's no that's the end. He's gone. I think he either finds his way to stay in Turkey or becomes part of like a future bomb squad. But Onana was not a keeper. Like I don't know how he scammed his way through football, all the way to Inter Milan, but he was not a goalkeeper. And I think the reports that came out recently that as soon as he came from holiday this season, he was already talking about new contracts, and then mysteriously, all of a sudden he was injured, so he wasn't available because he was injured, quote unquote. And I,
He
and I
had
think
the
some of that
guts
pissed.
to ask for a new contract.
Yeah, apparently, because we didn't qualify for Champions League, his contract there was like an automatic 25% reduction. So
Oh,
he came back
deduction.
trying to be like,
Yeah.
"Hey guys, my money situation needs to be sorted out," and that apparently pissed Amorim off, a lot. So I'm glad that we were able to get rid of Monana. I don't know what to say about.
Enemies.
It's confirmed. Here we go.
Enemies. Is
It's
there is
confirmed.
it
He's
Diego
confirmed?
has
gone.
been.
He's gone.
You want to believe
Hopefully,
magic.
my own prayer is that it turns out to be a
This
McGay
this is
type of
business
here we
after
go.
business
McGay
after
also had
There's
business.
the
no
You
heavy
can
turning
goal,
go.
back.
and then
There's
There's no
no
before we
turning
looking
back
up.
of the
He's not
plane.
coming. There's no here we come. It's only here we go that way.
He's gone. Onana is gone. It's a level of ruthlessness that we've not seen from Man United ownership, before or in a long time. So I'm glad they were able to clean up the squad. Let
What's
me
your
stay with
expectation?
another
You not say
United
your
fan,
expectation of
our
Man U.
attitude.
yeah,
Um,
one in the chat. If Oluwa
So
says,
they should just be playing freely.
United is winning the league.
you see, I don't have expectations, right? I don't have expectations at all.
I mean, you supposed
No,
no. Man, you cannot sky you
I don't
this
have
bad.
see
You have to
whatever
have
expectation I had coming into this season. I think Amorim has traumatized me. That press conference that he gave after that Grimsby game.
already
Grimsby,
just 3 games.
Grimsby,
Half
No,
it time
Grimsby,
for
stop
the
Amorim
match now.
Grimsby.
he has shown me Pepe. Like that's the remarks statements he made after Grimsby. I think has shown me that okay, anything can happen basically with this guy. Because the same way he's anxious, the same way me as a fan I'm anxious watching the game. That's the same way that the manager is anxious too. So all of us were fooling ourselves, right? There's nobody that we can look to as like, oh, this person is a leader. We're all just, we're scared. We're happy today. We're
Hoping.
scared tomorrow. We're just hoping. So I don't have expectation. I'm hoping.
I have to,
But Jude, I don't know.
so that I can
As a
sack him
fellow
at the end
United
of the
fan, do
month.
you have
At the end of
expectations
the
of anything that you're saying?
for me, I think there will be like ifs. I'll give him three ifs, which is if he can fix that midfield, sort the midfield. Oh, sorry. If he can sort
Uh-uh.
his midfield, or if he can sort the midfield to at least be assisting, supplying the attackers or strikers and stop playing through the wing. And if our strikers can start scoring, those are the three things I need to see. If that can happen, I don't think our defense or keeper is a big issue. But I think if those three can happen, we'll be good. And I think we'll be in top four. Me, my prediction will be a top four for Man U. Or worst comes to worst, fifth. Uh, with what they are playing now, with Amorim's thinking, I don't think
Brave.
we
Top
can
four,
enter
like
second.
second, no,
So
first, second,
for me,
third,
I
fourth.
will
Because
give them
top four.
fourth or fifth. Yeah. Hmm?
Let me see.
I say fourth. Let me say
Fourth or
fourth.
fifth.
That's
That's top
crazy.
5 now.
Fourth. Yeah.
That's top 5, not top 4 again. Now.
Basically, he's saying he wants them to finish in Champions League
Right.
places. Basically,
European qualification. I mean, David, you're supposed to be our neutral guy here, right? And I think if somebody's being fair, you could point to, or I could point to at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games that Onana single-handedly is responsible for. like that.
But
There's this is what they
They
call
lost some
force
key
majeure,
points.
like what they call in business, just act of God. You're just building your house, lightning strike you down. That's literally what's how bad Onana has been
Onana.
sometimes. So, like, do you think that like there's going to be at least a marginal improvement just by virtue of the fact that Onana is in there, so Amorim can at least have foundation to build something?
So it will
it's
be like
keeper bounce,
what you
keeper
would call
bounce.
that manager bounce thing. Yeah, when players then
It's been
rally.
8 months. They didn't have any manager bounce. So.
So so I expect some form of competition from the two keepers now, and I get why you don't want to commit to a position with Man U. I really think you would still end up in European places. It might not just be Champions League, yeah, but it might be one of the other, one of the other two.
Conference League maybe.
Whether you then
Mm.
still, be able to go to one of those two European places will then depend on who does what in the cup competitions, right? Because I feel this season would go like last season where the trophies were split around. I don't see anybody outrightly bullying anybody to the four, is it four now? Three available domestic titles.
So are
So
you basically supporting what Ateta said? Because Ateta said there are 8 contenders,
No,
this
no, no,
season.
no,
Are
no.
you
That
in that?
that's
no,
Are
no,
you
no,
in
no,
that
no, no,
camp
no, no.
then?
That's for the
I did
that's for
not
the
ask
Premier
you guys
League.
now. All these haters. I asked the neutral man.
That's for the Premier League title. I don't think there are 8 contenders for the Premier League
Five.
title. I think there are just five,
Yeah.
right? I'm talking
Mhm.
about,
Even
Man
5 is a
U's.
lot.
Well, it's a lot,
you
yeah,
put Man
but
U
by
there.
December, maybe we'll prune that down to
You
two.
put
No, no,
Man U
Man
top
U's not there.
top the
So I'm
title.
saying Man U will end in the European qualification positions, which is usually I think
Mm.
first to eight. But you might not
Mm.
end up going if you come maybe seventh or eighth and somebody else wins a cup.
But
Yeah.
is there
Do you
chances of
understand?
Man U?
So
Is
that
there a
might
chance of
then
Man U
decide
winning that
whether
cup?
United.
FA Cup now. That's
There's
all.
just
Your
one
That's
former
more
FA
cup.
manager,
Cup.
Ten
There's
Hag.
just one more.
Exactly.
You're
Already us,
out of
man.
one
They
FA.
had
already.
no, but
Mm.
they might actually come back
Imagine
now.
a whole
There's nothing we use
biggest
They
club
might
in
Carabao
the
come
Cup
back.
for.
They
world.
might
They're
come
FA
back
already
with
Cup
a
out
is
There's
of
what
different
just FA
matters.
Cup.
Carabao Cup.
There's just FA Cup left.
I didn't know that Premier League club used to leave Carabao Cup in
There's
August.
I
I
mean,
nothing.
I
didn't
mean, they
I
might
Nothing is
come
didn't
back. I
I
heard
happening.
didn't
We are
know
newly
not
that.
coming
fielded
back.
eligible
Forget about
players.
it.
So I heard that
I mean, Johnny Boy, right? Welcome. From the outside perspective, right? Looking at United, we signed Cunha, we signed Mbeumo, we signed Sesko. That even though you guys are doing Shakara now, Arsenal fans wanted Sesko. You guys were already building, singing, planning songs for him, buying
then
jerseys for him.
those
You
Arsenal
wanted
fans.
Sesko. It was going to be plug and play. And we'll get to your Gyökeres that can only score against Leeds. But from the outside looking in at United, we've also
Your own guy cannot
replaced
score from
we've
anyone.
also
So no
replaced
problem.
Onana with Sene Lamens. But I think crucially, we didn't get that midfield position that most everybody in the world thinks that we need. From that side looking in, what do you make of Man U's transfer activity, how we strengthened the squad, where we ended up last season, where these new signings can get us?
Me, remember I made a comment. I said to me, I expect United to challenge for the title, but you might not win it. And with David, you guys should finish in the European places. But I feel you guys have the squad enough. If your manager is good enough and your players are able to follow instructions, United should be challenging. And challenge doesn't mean you have to win. So maybe you can be in the title race there about till like April, because I feel you attack. I mean, you have a guy that scored 20 league goals, if I'm not wrong, 20 plus G last season in Mbeumo.
Yeah.
You have Cunha, who was the star player last season. Then Sesko, he's an upcoming star, plus Bruno Fernandes. So your attack is stacked. Plus you have Ahmad. Then your midfield, I know your midfield is your problem, but I feel United, it's your attack. So basically for United, it's more about scoring more goals than your opponents. That's what I feel United. So games against Burnley, that's what I see. That's what I see most my United games going to be like this season. More like you have to outscore your opponents to win the game, which I feel Man U is capable of. So to me, I still stick to what I said, that I expect United to challenge, but doesn't mean you guys have to win the league. So I feel, yeah, we did maybe 5 to like 8 is a good fair position for United. So that's why I expect United to come. Your
Are you
midfield, I
saying
know
that?
Especially one game a week. One
exactly
game a week
plus
for a long
exactly
time.
plus
Surely
one
they
game a week. I
can.
even forgot that factor again. Plus one game a week, so you have more than enough time to rest, prepare for your opponent, and then beat them if you're supposed to. So I expect United to to do well this season. 5th to 8th. Anything below that, I think, is your coach should be let go.
I can't tell. I can't tell if you're seeing that.
No, you have to trust the process.
No, but
If you're just front, if
no,
you're just
no.
front loading the banter,
I've been
you're
saying
setting
to
up
that. I've been
yourself
saying
for.
that right from when you guys bought your new attack. I said that from the onset that United's team should be able to challenge. Me, I feel that even minus Onana, I know Onana was a key factor, but I feel that even when you had the poor keeper, I still feel that United had enough
The
squad
problem,
to
the
be able to
major
challenge.
challenge is the coach.
So
Let me ask Dr.
so
Toes.
now, so now the goalkeeper, though we don't know about Lemons, so we can't say anything about Lemons yet. But like we're expecting Lemons to be an upgrade on Onana, right? And we don't know whether he's even going to go straight to be on number one. We don't know yet. Only your
No,
coach
he's
knows
our
that.
number one.
Only your coach knows that.
But Dr. Toes, in this window, United got rid of a couple of young academy potential players, Garnacho, Rashford. But I want to use Garnacho as an example.
Rashford is still potential. Okay.
No, Rashford Academy. Okay, one
I
of
didn't
the
even say
potential
fire.
could have been, might have been potential players basically. And as an Arsenal fan, right, you guys have a lot of experience with wasted youth potential over the last 10 to 12 years.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I mean, so even if we're being, it will be Smith Rowe. The Premier League is littered with clubs that
it will be
Arsenal bright sparks that couldn't really reach that next level.
Every
Or
player
some of them
must
are
not
putting
make
it
it at
now,
your
like
club. You know
Wilshere.
that, right? Every player must not make it at your club.
When I want to ask Dr. Toes is if you think, for example, somebody like Garnacho, people like Anthony, do you think there's something about United, I guess, that just made all those guys not thrive, and you expect them to prosper wherever they go? Or for Garnacho, for example, do you think Chelsea has bought a dud and United?
See, for me, I didn't watch you guys. I know I watched majority of your games last season because of the podcast, but I was not following the way you guys are following. I was hate watching, so I cannot be objective in giving you the answer to the question. But Anthony showed that he was all right with Pellegrini. Garnacho might need a new challenge. Same as Rashford. I think someone like Rashford was saying, I'm sure you saw the interview with Gary Lineker, basically saying he was tired of waiting for when United will be back. It's like new coach, new system, new coach, new system. He didn't know where he fit exactly. He didn't know where he fits in anymore. And the same with Anthony. Ten Hag bought Anthony, and after 2 games, he dropped him. So I just think there was some instruction problems, and Garnacho did not fit with Amorim. Amorim's style of play. Even though he was your best attacker, but in last season, being the best attacker in that kind of system without goals,
I think it's
like Martinelli,
sorry to cut you off. Managers like Amorim, they're like Arteta. They prioritize. You can be a good winger or a good attacker, but if you're not good,
I think what also killed Garnacho is just those
and that's why I feel.
What are they calling it? Restroom, like the room leaks from the Manchester United team. So he was being linked with all those leaks about what's going on in the team. Garnacho, yeah. And also posting, he was also posting stuff, weird stuff, going against the coach, this thing. So
bad behavior.
I think that was what it had.
Yeah. But that's the problem as well. I think Amorim kind of hinted. I don't know if that was his translation when it was like, the player spoke loudly against Grimsby in the post-match conference. So maybe players are not listening to their coaches. Maybe they are too big for their boots in the world
they see their potential.
That was a crazy thing to say.
They knew.
He sounded like a man that was.
We're not sacking him. He has to finish one season.
But he's not going to be sacked. He's not going. He can beg all he wants. He's not going to be sacked because he came with his entire team. Like assistant.
Bayer Leverkusen have shown us that it's possible to sack a manager after 3 games. So there's no.
Yes,
there's no need
but
to wait.
remember, it's not the first. You remember when Palace sacked Frank de Boer after 6 games?
But remember, they're sacking one person. They are not. It's just like sacking Graham Potter. You have to sack the entire team.
I mean,
you have to pay all those people.
That's why I don't have expectations.
United are saying they are broke. They spent all their money. Exactly, they spent it on the players.